What time did you wake up?
All right, welcome back to the Double S NFL podcast. I am Sam. This is Spencer,
What's up?
and today we're happy Thanksgiving. We're going to go over our game picks. So, first game is the 12:30 game, being Chicago and Detroit. Spencer, would you like to give a brief little rundown on that?
Um, well, you can spend some time. You can probably spend time with your family instead of watching this one. It's gonna be a snooze fest. Two bad quarterbacks, Andy Dalton and Jared Goff. Um, really low scoring game. I think it's gonna be, and in this one, I'm gonna take the Bears to win with the final score of 13-10.
I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in this one with the upset, and I'm going to go 16-13 for the Lions.
Dan
And the
Campbell.
next game is the 4:30 game, being the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. I thoroughly believe that the Las Vegas Raiders will get back on track with a win. They're destined, and Dallas is dealing with injury issues and COVID.
Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb.
And I'm going to go with the Raiders to win 23-17.
In this one, I'm gonna take Dallas to win 27-17. I think it'll be a competitive game, but I just think the Cowboys, after a loss, they'll bounce back in pretty good fashion.
All right, and the last Thanksgiving game we're going to go over being the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints.
In this one, I think the Bills bounce back and win 24-14. I think Josh Allen has a pretty solid game. I doubt he has two bad games in a row. Saints are down Alvin Kamara, Jameis Winston, Michael Thomas, and pieces on the O line as well. So I think the Bills win pretty easily.
Couldn't have said that better myself. I'm also going to go with the Bills, but I'm going to go 26-17.
All right. Um, moving on to games on Sunday, and the first game we're gonna talk about is the Steelers and the Bengals. Sam, what are your predictions for this one?
I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Excuse me. I'm going to pick them to win 26-24. I think that the Bengals build off of that win over the Raiders, and they will get a win and go to 7-4.
I agree. I have the Bengals winning by a similar score, 26-21. I think Burrow has a couple of huge throws in this game, and I think the Bengals are overall the much more talented team right now.
Next up, we're going to go to Indianapolis to predict the Bucks and Colts. Spencer?
Um, in this one, I'm predicting an upset. I think the Colts keep their momentum and win 30-26. I think JT has another huge game, and I think Carson Wentz has two or three touchdowns in this one. Um, Bucks fall to 7-4, Colts improve to 7-5, and I think I wouldn't be shocked if this goes the other way, but I think the Colts are ride their momentum into this one.
I'm going to go with the Buccaneers in this one. I think that Tom Brady plays a great game, and the Colts have a major flaw in their secondary, and I think it shows in this game. I'm going to go 35-30 in favor of
35-30.
Tampa.
All right, next game we're going to talk about is Falcons and the Jags. This will be a snooze fest. But I'm going to take Jacksonville to win 17-13 at home.
This is my lock of the week. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. They can't possibly play any worse than they did the last 2 weeks, and they get a gimme opponent. I know it's on the road, but I think that Atlanta will handle their business 26-10.
26-10. The next game we'll go over is Cam Newton and the Panthers traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And in this one, I have Miami continuing their winning ways, winning 24-17. I think Tua has a solid game, and I think Cam Newton will have a turnover or two in this one.
I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers in this one. The Dolphins have to show me that they can win more than one game against the. I admit it, the Baltimore game was a fluke to me, but I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers to win 33-20. And I think
Oh,
Cam
you
Newton
think?
plays a great game. McCaffrey complements them well. And I think Chuba Hubbard plays a great role in this one.
Yeah, they should use Cooper Hubbard more. The next game we're going to talk about is the New York Jets traveling to Houston to take on the Tyrod Taylor-led Texans. Sam, what are your predictions for this one?
I'm going to go with the New York Jets in this one. I think this will be an ugly game, even uglier than the Lions and Bears game today. And I'm going to go with the Jets to win 17-9.
17-9. I actually think this is going to be an interesting game, but I think Tyrod Taylor is one of those games where he just runs all over the Jets defense. I'm going to take Houston to win 27-21.
I am going. The next game we're going to go over is the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, game which I will be at. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this easily. I'm going to go 32-13.
I had a very similar score, 30-14. I had the Eagles winning this one. I think Hurts, I think he's going to run all over the Giants defense, and I think Daniel Jones has a couple turnovers again.
Just every loss is closer to getting the two idiots fired.
Gettletard and Judge.
Yes. I consider firing Patrick Graham too.
I'd give him one more year.
Me too, but it's the same coverages every week with him, and they know they don't really work.
All right. Moving on to our next game, and that will be the Niners and the Vikings. Sam, who do you have in this one?
I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. They're the home team. They're riding momentum after beating the Rams. Both teams are coming off of great wins in the past couple of weeks. Minnesota beat the Chargers and then the Packers, and the 49ers beat the LA Rams. And I'm going to go with the 49ers. They're the home team. They're finally getting healthy. And I think the defense shows that they're still a good group in this one. I'm going to go 30. I'm going to go 23-16. 49ers.
I think the Niners win as well. I have them winning 28-21. I think both the offense and defense have a solid game for them, and they'll improve to 6-5.
The next game we're going to go over is the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots.
This one could go either way. It really all depends on how Ryan Tannehill and the Titans offense plays without Derrick Henry. But I'm going to take New England to win this one in a close one, 24-20.
I'm also going to take the I'm taking the Tennessee Titans in this one. I think they bounce back. I think the Texans were a fluke, and the field conditions in that game were also horrible. That I had mentioned that yesterday, but that was terrible. But I think they bounced back in a big way, and they snapped New England's 5-game winning streak by the score of 23-20.
The next game we're going to talk about is probably the game of the week in the Rams and the Packers. In this one, I'm going to take the Rams to get back on track. Stafford finally gets a signature win, and the Rams win 37-34 in a shootout of a game. 4 touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns for Matt Stafford.
I am also going to go with the Los Angeles Rams by the score of 27-17. I think the Rams get on track, and it also Aaron Rodgers' toe will play a factor. I don't think he's as effective, especially when he's like scrambling and trying to make plays.
Yeah.
especially with the loss of Elton Jenkins on their offensive line.
Yeah, like now I think they're playing like Josh Myers and like um offensive line was shaky last week, and I think it'll be shaky again this week.
Absolutely.
Um next game we have the Browns and the Ravens. Sam, who do you have in this one?
I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. I think Cleveland is too banged up to get this win. They could, but I don't think they will, especially with Baker Mayfield if he continues to play through his 3 injuries or whatever it was.
Yeah, 3 inches.
And I think the Ravens get it done 30-17.
Um, I have the Ravens winning as well. 28-20. I think Baker struggles mightily in this one, playing through injury, and I think Lamar bounces back and has a couple rushing touchdowns, as well as a passing touchdown in this one.
All right, on to the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
This game is interesting. Like I could see this going either way. I think the Chargers, they're clearly the better team, but I'm gonna take Denver in this one at home to win 17-14 in a pretty low scoring game. I think Herbert plays well for the most part, but interesting take here. I think he throws a pick or two in the red zone.
I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers in this one. I don't know how the Broncos are still in playoff contention. They, outside of their win against Dallas, they have not been good. They haven't been that good to me. And I think that the Chargers get a win 24-14. On to the last game of the week, the Monday night game, Seattle and Washington. Spencer?
Um, I think it'll honestly be a pretty low scoring game. I think Russ continues to struggle. I'm going to take Washington to win 23-17.
I'm going to take the Washington football team by the score of 23-20.
And that will end our game picks for this week. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving and stay safe and enjoy football.
See you guys.